Hello folks, how's it going? Hope you're doing well. So welcome to my review of One Piece chapter 1004, and surprise surprise, we didn't get the reveal of Kaido's hybrid form in this chapter, and we may not get the reveal for quite a while. I said that in my last review, it was kind of obvious. There's a lot of things that were obvious that played out in this chapter. So I'm going to be straight up honest, even though this chapter may seem average at first, just given the title of the chapter, I was more hyped about this chapter than I was the previous chapter, even with Kaido's hybrid form, even with Zoro's attack on Kaido. And I'm going to tell you why towards the end. But start off with the cover page, and we actually got another fan request with Chopper handing out a bunch of Rumble ball candy with some monkeys and some squirrels. Yeah, there was a bunch of foreshadowing, a bunch coming from this chapter. But we start off with finding out what Atama's plan was, which we kind of figured should have been the case anyway, given we knew this was going to be a plot point. So Speed is with Atama, and she's like, I want to kind of help out and go to Onigashima, but they won't let me. So we see Speed like handing out some Kibidongo, and she's handing them out, making it seem like, oh, they'll heal you up and make you even faster. But what she's really doing is converging the gifters to help out, so they can help out Atama once they go into Onigashima, so they can spread out more of them along the way. So that was the plan. Explains how Atama got to Onigashima because of Speed's ship. And my first when I first saw this, I was questioning, wait, so didn't Kaido attack Speed? And didn't he point this out to the rest of the subordinates or the executives, at least the Calamities? So, because I'm pretty sure they want the form for that. We got Atama filling up sacks and sacks of Kibidongo, and I'm wondering, because of what we found out with Cypher Paul when they were pointing out the importance of the numbers of how the samurai has like 5,400 soldiers by the beginning in the raid of Onigashima, but now they lost 400, and I'm pretty much sure, like, given how many Kibidongo Atama took with her, I'm wondering if they got those numbers back. I don't see Gazelle and Batman going around. They're handing out Kibidongo. We see Daifugo from Udon. He's converged, so that's a huge ally. Actually, have Daifugo encountering the samurai from the Udon prison, and he's like, "Oh, sorry for what happened before, but I'm a changed man, so I'm going to help you guys out." So he's like, so we see Batman now cut over to where the fights are going on with the Toby Robe and the Straw Hats. We cut over first to Frankie versus Sasaki, and you see Sasaki charging at him while he's in General Frankie, which is pretty cool. Dodge. He actually grabs a hold of the horn before it actually makes contact. He actually does a pretty good job of throwing him into a wall. Sasaki immediately recovers and tries to charge him again, but this time you got like the subordinates under Sasaki trying to like hold him still so he can't get away. This is where the thing's really shifting to high gear, because we actually see before. It's looking bad for Frankie right now, but we see Kamainu, the rain dog, and then we also see Atama, Nami, and Usopp. They're approaching Frankie, and I have to give props to like Usopp and Nami's acting, because they were like terrified, because it looked like they were being chased by gifters and a bunch of the beast pirates, but we actually come to find out they're actually under the influence of Atama. So they actually came out to help out with the ones who were restraining Frankie. They got decked because of it, so that was kind of quick thinking, and I love Nami and Usopp's reaction, like, yeah, but you fell for it. So that was kind of cool. And Atama's like, that's why I'm here, to even up the odds, which it goes back to my point, is did they actually recruit 400 members again thanks to Atama? Because I'm curious about that, because a lot of the beast pirates, gifters, and pretty much headliners, like anything above Atama's not going to get to, like the top executives, like Sasaki. No, that's not going to happen. Definitely not the Calamities. So Frankie was able to get out of the way because of this and actually avoid Sasaki's attack, launch a counter attack of his own, which was pretty cool. We also see once Nami and Usopp come in, then in comes Ulti. So she finally makes her appearance. I love Nami's quick thinking, like, oh, not you again. It's like, you want me to crush your head. So we get Nami versus Ulti round 2, but this time Nami goes on the offense and actually launches a tempo attack, which takes her down, but he doesn't knock her out. And even Nami's like quick to observe, like, no, that's not going to finish her off. So I have to come up with something way bigger, which again is foreshadowing like Nami's going to get a new attack, whether it's, I don't know if it's going to be have something to do with Zeus or if she's going to get a huge power up on her own, which I kind of want anyway. I love this moment as well because you have Usopp like with the slingshot, you know, firing like the Kibi Dongo that Atama provided right down to the gifter. So that's pretty cool. That's a useful ability for Usopp to use before he gets his fight with Page One. And Frankie's like, yo, you better keep your eyes on me. And he comes in with a Frankie sword, Victory V-Slash, which is pretty badass. It cuts Sasaki because you see the blood, you see the white eyes, but I don't think he's out of it. I don't think so, because even if Frankie was able to deal some heavy duty damage and finish him off, there's not really much much for him to do. If he goes on top of the skull, what's he going to do? So same thing with Nami and Usopp. So this is where the fights have to take place with the Toby Robo. Pretty cool on Frankie's behalf, but I don't think Sasaki's down for the count. But this is where immediately this is where my hype goes through the roof with this chapter. But we see Black Maria and Sanji looks messed up. So we saw him freaking out in the previous chapter, like, and I thought it's because somebody was on the way. What happened was Black Maria says, "Oh, you pretty much went wild earlier, but now you're pretty much done for because he won't fight women." So it sucks that Sanji hasn't managed to get himself out of the situation. You see, actually, he's caught in the web, so he can't really do anything. I think if he used held memories, he should be able to get out of there. But this is where Oda and Black Maria really flipped the script here, because I've been repeatedly saying that Robin was going to be the one to show up before Black Maria was aware of it. But no, it's like Black Maria is using this opportunity. It's like, yo, Sanji, I got a subordinate that could use devil fruits to like record your voice. So, and we also see a match with the 3 eyes. So again, that trope is back. So call out Nico Robin, bring her here, because she's valuable, because we could use her to read the world poneglyphs. So that's what the situation is. So Black Maria wants to fight her. Don't worry, I won't kill her, not until we get what we want. Obviously, Sanji's not going to do that, but I love the quote he gets here. You shouldn't underestimate Nico Robin, which this chapter pretty much guarantees, confirms we are getting Black Maria versus Nico Robin. Great. But what's more important about this chapter pretty much foreshadowed not to underestimate Nico Robin, which I think because we haven't seen Robin in God knows how long in a 1v1 fight, in a major fight. And I'm not talking about like protecting Rebecca in Dressrosa by shielding her from Diamante's attacks. And I'm talking about Robin in a full-scale 1v1. We've all been crowing about that. We've all been wanting that since the time skip. And I think it was actually revealed by Oda that Robin has not met Dragon, which I'm curious about that, because Dragon's been asking about Robin ever since she's with the Revolutionary Army. It's like, oh, how's Robin doing? Like when he saw the newspapers while I was talking about Luffy's bounty going up in Dressrosa, all he could think about was, how's Robin doing? So it's surprising they haven't met, but I don't think that Robin hasn't learned anything, because we know she met Saba, we know she met Koala. She must have learned a thing or two, and I'm not talking about Armament Haki, because I think that's a given. Robin's going to use that in this fight. But this chapter guarantees we're going to get something new from Robin. So, yeah, that's great. She's like, just don't underestimate her. It's been ages since we've seen her in a full-scale fight. I think a lot of people want to see the Robin we got back in Alabasta that took care of Pell like it's nothing. We want to see that Robin again go cut loose, and I think she will. And I think Black Maria is the perfect candidate now to push her to do that. So that's great, especially if Sanji's messed up. It's like Robin's going to... I wonder what Robin's reaction is going to be. Plus, if there's going to be a point where Robin actually is on the brink of defeat and she points out, like, no, I'm going to fight you because Luffy's going to become king of the pirates. Like, she's the only Straw Hat. Like, I don't think she said that yet. That moment's got to come too. Maybe it's going to come in this fight. But yeah, this moment got me hyped up, super hyped up. But they actually switches focus, because they actually get word, Black Maria gets word, because King is like relaying the message. Like, all the scabbards, they're pretty much down at the treasure room. They got all wounded, but they're still alive. They're breathing, so you need to take care of them. So Black Maria's like, oh, I'm going to go after them. So Sanji actually freaks out about this, so we don't see this very often. Sanji freaks out about Kinemon's like, don't you dare go near them. Now there's a reason for Robin to step in. I think if Black Maria goes down there, Robin's going to cut her off because she's on her way up. So, yeah, it just works itself perfectly. So this chapter ends with Bao Hong pretty much saying, oh, there's 10 of them, though. Be careful. There's 10 people. One of them's assisting to the samurai, to the scabbards. So I can't see it clearly, and we can't see it clearly because I'm looking who's on the ground. It's like all of them. So nobody's got up yet. So, but somebody's helping the samurai out, take them down. And I'm looking at the background to see if there's actually the dragon statue that we've seen, because I'm wondering if that silhouette's Yamato. Now there's only 2 people that could be because of the bangs. It's either Yamato or that's Hiyori. So that's one of the 2. It can't be anybody else. But we have to wait 2 weeks because we're on break next week, which sucks. But like I said, Oda back at it again with the silhouettes. It could be very obvious. It could be Yamato, but I have the sneaking suspicion it could also be Hiyori, just because of a reaction like. Yamato actually cared. She idolized Oda, and she also idolized the scabbard, so she would have those emotions, but I think Hiyori would have those emotions too, given the Kawamatsu and the rest of the scabbard, so especially with Denjiro there, definitely. So yeah, it's going to be interesting to see who that is. But like I said, it's very limited who that could be, but I think this the biggest part of this chapter for most, if not me, is like the fact we are going to get Black Maria versus Robin. That's confirmed. We're definitely going to get something new from her, and this chapter also confirmed we're going to get something new from Nami pretty soon, considering that she said, oh, I'm going to need something bigger to take out Ulti with another thunder attack, another lightning-based attack. It's obviously having an effect on her because she managed to get it down, but not out. So that's great. Also, I think pretty soon we're going to see some of the Toby Robo in the hybrid form. Pretty soon, you could see some hybrid forms reveals, and I think we'll also see some of the Zoan type Devil Fruit users also use some type of awakening as well, especially Ulti. I think she's already used it, so we'll have to wait and see. Like I said, Tama pretty much the MVP of this chapter when you consider the fact she got the numbers back for like the 5,000 that lost 400 in the previous chapter. Now it looks like they gained those 400 numbers back with the recruitment of the gifters and the headliners, thanks to Atama's abilities. Like I said, somebody may end up targeting Atama, which may piss off at Nami, because we know how she feels about protecting children. Like I said this before, like that could push her to like use this new attack on Ulti, and by default, Usopp's going to face Page 1 because Page 1's there too, so that's great. So. Yeah, I can't wait to where this goes. I don't think Sasaki's down for the count when it comes to Frankie. He may also use Awakening or reveal his hybrid form. So yeah, we'll just have to wait 2 weeks to find out. It sucks, but it is what it is. And I couldn't be any more hyped after this chapter. Let me know what you guys think down below. That's going to do it for today, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Like the review if you did, hit the thumbs up. I appreciate that. Subscribe to the channel for more One Piece. Catch you guys later. Thanks, guys. Bye.